That's what ends up happening. We get ourselves so worked up, okay? Is there any place in the world easier to talk to than at Toastmasters? No, right? You're talking amongst your friends. It's the easiest place to talk to. We have fun doing it. You're amongst your friends. You only got to talk 5 to 7 minutes. I'm talking 45 minutes already. Jerry's raised the red card 3 times. He's really throw it at me. You're talking 5 minutes. Spend 5 minutes and really dig deep. Dig deep and find that. Find that passion inside you. And say, I'm going to talk about this. Now, I'm going to give you an example of this. And Jerry, I'm going to go over. But we're going to do this. All right. I'm going to try to give you an example of these 4 different passions. And I'm going to talk to you about my aunt, Aunt Candy. We called her Aunt Candy because growing up, she always gave me candy. And it was so cool. I put this jacket on, and I found candy in it. And I was like, my God, she's here with me, right? So it's beautiful. Well, growing up, I had a loving family. I mean, we fought, our brothers and sisters, we all fought and stuff. I had loving parents, but I also had Aunt Candy. She was wonderful. She was a second mom. She took me bike riding. She would teach us crafts, all kinds of stuff. Beautiful, wonderful woman who just gave herself for us, right? She was fantastic. And better yet, she was the ultimate cheerleader for me. As I was growing, and I would draw something, everything, she would say, oh, let me keep that. And she would keep it in a little box. And she was like, oh, draw something else for me. Oh, draw something else for me. And as I got old, I would walk in and I'd say, hi, Auntie. And she'd like, I go, what's funny? She goes, oh, I don't know. You always say something funny. You know, and I was like, my God, you're laughing before I even said anything. Right? So, for that, she was the ultimate cheerleader. It was wonderful. So that gives you kind of an idea of happiness. The sadness. That's right. If they enjoyed my story that much. But sadness. She died. She died earlier this year, in January. And I'll tell you, I wasn't prepared. I knew she was going to die. I really knew she was going to die, because obviously we are all going to die. And she was getting sick. She was in an old folks' home. And I would visit her, and I knew she was going to die, but I don't know what. I wasn't expecting it. And she died. She was taken from me. And I suddenly realized, my God, I lost that cheerleader. I lost the person who was always, always there for me. Everyone else in my life loved me and hated me, liked me and didn't care, but she always showed me great love. She was always there for me. Anger. It's bold. That first off, she was taken from me. I didn't deserve that. I was tricked. Why was I raised in such a way to make me think that I would have someone like that my entire life? It was wrong of my parents and her, even her, to set me up like that. Why didn't somebody just sit me down one day and say, she is going to die. You are going to lose her. It's time for you to grow up. You don't get a cheerleader your entire life. Okay? Not to mention, that woman was a saint. Truly, she gave up her whole life, not only for me, but my brothers and sisters. And for her to die in a retirement home, where she was confined to a wheelchair, almost completely blind, and asking every time I would visit her, she would say, please ask the Lord to take me tonight. That's how she died. And her life was robbed. She shouldn't have gone that way. Now, fear. One second. Fear. Now that I've grown up, I've lost her. I realize I have nephews and nieces that have grown up. And they look upon me. And I have one niece who actually called me Uncle Candy, which is probably the greatest compliment anyone could ever give me. Well, I'm thinking, wow, this is really cool. And then it dawned on me. I'm going to die. I'm going to die one day. I'm getting older. Wait a second. There's a lot of things I haven't done. There's still plenty of things I want to do. I'm running out of time. Some of those things on my list that I wanted to do, I don't have time to do. I'm not physically able to do it. I am going to die, and I don't want to die. And I wasn't set up for this either. As much as I wasn't set up for her dying, I'm certainly not set for me dying. Okay? So that scares the hell out of me. And I'm seeing this next generation. What are my kids going to do if I'm gone? If I die tonight, what are my kids going to do? That scares me. And I'm mad with happiness. I take a step back and I breathe about it. And I go, you know what? There are a lot of things in life I didn't do. But man, I am standing in front of this group. You people came in here to listen to me talk. Hopefully you get something out of this. So how can I not be happy? My aunt, she was God-loving. So I know she is in heaven. She is where she belongs. She was with her sister. and she's with her parents, and she's in a happy place. And me, forget about the past, what I did and what I didn't do. I can't do anything about that. Forget about the future. I can plan for the future, but I only have today. So I'm going to make the best day possible. And I'm going to make sure that every day I have is loaded with emotion and loaded with passion. And I hope that all of you do that too. So in your next speech, I want you all, do not be afraid to add some emotion like anger or fear or sadness into your speech. You and your audience will be extremely, extremely happy that you did. All right? Promise me that you'll do that. Yes? All right. So one last time, I want everyone to yell bacon. 1, 2, 3. Bacon! All right. Now, as a bonus, because I know Jerry got me like 5 extra minutes. All right? If you really want to win a presentation, if you really want people to remember your presentation, you know we're here. You can hear me, you can see me, but the more senses that you can get people to use, the better. So, what I'm going to do for you is this. I brought bacon for you people. All right? Here, if you would like, please try a piece and pass it around. All right? You can put that tape right on. All right? You don't have to eat it, but what I do want you to do is smell that bacon, feel that bacon, and taste that bacon. Because when you leave, all your senses have been in touch. You've heard me, you've seen me, you get to smell me. All right. And lastly, I just want to say one of my greatest accomplishments last year was this, publishing a book, and I'm doing many more. Because one of my greatest passions is bacon. Thank you very much. Thank you for your time.
See, I tricked him because he thought he had an extra 5 minutes. Actually, he had an extra 10 minutes, but I didn't want to tell him.
Oh, all right. Is there any time for...
Yes, we're going to get into that in just a second.
Okay, cool.
So now that we do, that's why I wanted to have a couple extra minutes for Marty to respond to any questions. Because Marty walks the walk. You heard through his passion, literally, and his energy and his enthusiasm. And I think that, did you all have fun?
Oh, yeah.
All right. So we got a couple extra minutes before I recognize him, give him a certificate. So questions, please. What questions, Tim?
How do you figure out a passion when you have a multitude of interests?
You know what? That's even better. If you've got that anymore, ask yourself, like, give me 2 interests with this.
All right. How about nuclear power?
Nuclear power?
And videotaping.
All right, so those 2. Ask yourself, remember, ask yourself why. Why and why? Why nuclear power?
Because it's the only way we're going to save the planet.
Okay, so that's cool. That's very nice. Now, and why are you interested in saving the planet?
Because what are we going to do if we don't have it?
All right, beautiful. And videotaping. Why do you like videotaping?
It preserves memories.
Fantastic.
Gives you a little bit of
And
recognition
again,
around the area.
all right, and so why are you interested in that?
Why am I interested
Yeah.
in making memories?
Right.
People like to hear a good story.
Okay, so beautiful. So now take a look at that. That's those cores. You're interested in saving the planet, okay, because this is the only planet we have. Those are the only memories we have. Those are for connection. We talk so much necessarily about nuclear power, about videotaping. Talk about the fact that these are the only memories we have. We should hold on to them. This is the only planet we have. That's your core passion. That's what you're really after, and that leads you into so many different directions. You can use nuclear power and videotaping as subjects, but your real passion is down deeper inside. Okay?
Which would be, in your words?
In my words, your deeper passion is this is the last that we have. We should treasure what we have. Okay? So think about that. Did I answer your question?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
Thank you.
There is a passion test available
Okay.
online. So people can go there and actually take the passion test, which pretty much is what you've done.
Okay.
And they can find out what their passion is.
Yeah, that's Janet and Chris Atwood.
Yeah. And can you spell it out?
Pardon me?
Jan?
Janet and Chris Atwood.
Oh,
You can just Google the passion test.
And I'm going to have a pad up here. If anyone would like to give me their email address, because I have more stuff, I'll email you more information. Okay? But I really think the way to find your passion is to ask yourself, what really makes you happy? Because we have tons of things that make us sad. Think about that. Those 4 emotions I talk about, sadness, fear, anger, and happiness. Happiness is outnumbered 3 to 1. Okay? If I told you, if I asked you, what are you afraid of? You could come up with a couple things. I won't put you on the spot. All right? But if I told you what makes you angry, you could come up with things. If I said what makes you sad, we could all come up with things. But why do we have sometimes?